Hello you absolute legends, welcome back to the channel. John here for a condensed look around the brand new Nissan Micra that I have just purchased to add to my collection. There is a full video, it's like 30 minutes long. It shows you every single inch of the car, but for those of you on the go that just want to have a quick look, well, this is a quick video walk around of the car before you settle in and have your cup of tea and watch the full version. Long story short, was offered this car by a friend of mine, Tom. Belongs to a lovely lady who has had it since it was 2 years old and pampered it within an inch of its life, and her name is Greta, and she's happy for me to give that information out. She's given up driving now, just due to, you know, getting on in years and not wanting the responsibility anymore, and bits and pieces like that. This is the walk around then of the car. I went down to Essex yesterday, picked it up, was offered it, and said, "Yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna have to have it." One of those that I thought, well, I'm never going to get another one this good. And actually, looking at the pictures, it looked good, looked fantastic. It looks much better in real life, and now I've got it home and having a good look at it, it is wonderful. What is it? It's a K11 Micra. It is a 1 litre. It's the bog standard Vibe edition, supplied new by Glyn Hopkin in 2001, and was traded in and bought by Greta and her husband for £4,995. It had 6,000 miles on the clock, and now it's just covered 23,500. So getting on for 24,000. It's in this wonderful ocean blue colour, which is a nice metallic colour. It really does pop, and you can see that it's been really well looked after, this ocean blue paintwork. And itself, honest car, you know, one that I would certainly say is almost concours and almost museum quality. In fact, you know what, I'm going to say it. I think this is probably the best, or if not one of the best, Nissan Micras in the UK. What am I going to do with it? Well, I'm going to love it and cherish it for a start. It's going to go into my collection. I'll show you around the sills, but if you do watch the full video, you will see that it is really good. Right, so we've had a look inside and out and around. What I'll do is I will start on the inside for a change. Look at these door cards, absolutely beautiful. You can see we've got speakers in the door card here. No other speakers in the car. There was an option to have them in the A-pillar and in the parcel shelf, which we don't have in this one. We do have, though, a stereo cassette, and I don't even think the cassette deck has ever been used. The interior is absolutely immaculate, aside from a little bit of dirt here and there, such as on this kick panel over there, where people have got in and out with trainers and mud on. There's no marks, there's no scuffs, there's no damage, there's no cracks, there's nothing missing. The headlining is immaculate. It's absolutely wonderful, and even these mirrors and these drop down, it's so tight, it's absolutely beautiful. It really is, the interior. I'm going to get a little bit of a sponge on things like here. You can see there's a dirty mark, but apart from that, it really is fantastic condition, this interior. It's a lovely place to be. The seats are wonderful. We'll take a look in the back. These pop forward. I could safely say I doubt anyone has ever sat in the back of this car. I really can. There's no marks, nothing on any of the interior at the back. It genuinely doesn't appear to have ever been sat in. I would be very surprised. I might need to speak to Greta's family to see if anyone has actually ever sat in the back. We'll close this door then as we go, and you can see along this side there genuinely is not a single mark in this paintwork, not a single dent in that panel, and the paintwork really does pop. We look at the boot. The boot lining looking good. One thing I love is this parcel shelf sticker from when it was built. There's also one under here. I'm not going to get all this out for this video, but you will be able to see in the main video under in here we've got the spare wheel, we've got the toolkit, and again it's all nice and tidy. Not a single mark along this boot lip, and there's none along here either. It's been well looked after, this car. It really is an absolute beauty. Use the grab handle. I'll slowly pull that down and shut the boot lid. And you can see that it's got the Glyn Hopkin dealer sticker. It's got the Glyn Hopkin sign here, Glyn Hopkin number plate. These are the original number plates for the car. It's a vibe. There should be a vibe sticker here. It's been taken off, not by the owner, but by Glyn Hopkin when they've badged it up as one of their editions. Looking good. These back bumpers are fine. One thing I will show you, and you'll think, oh, hang on a minute, that lets the car down. See this? See all this white here? See all that along there and along there? That's from the factory. That's where they've protected the plastic as they've painted the bumper, and then whipped the tape off, and it's left over time a residue and a mark. It does come off with a nail scratch. I am going to take it off, even though it is from the factory, just because it does detract from the car's look. And I don't really want to be explaining to people all the time. Ignore all that tape mark on there. That's where it's been painted in the factory. Let's look at some wheels. Let's look at that. That's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? It has got the original tyres on, Sport 300Es Dunlops. Worryingly, because they are what, 23 years old. I'm going to change them. I am going to get a set of spare wheels and change them and have these as sort of show wheels, because the car is going to go to shows. But let's just look quickly at this wheel arch. Not a single mark on that wheel arch, and if we look in here, you can see all under there. Beautiful. Needs a little bit of a clean, but apart from that, fantastic. Go on then, I'll show you a sill. Here we go. That's the original sill. Not a single mark. Just a little bit dirty, I suppose. Yeah, a little bit dirty. I'm going to underseal that. I'm going to get some protection on it the second I can. Let's take a look at this door card then. Again, apart from a couple of mucky marks here and here, it is wonderful. It's really just a case of getting a damp cloth in there and giving it a scrub. Look at this driver's footwell here. Not a mark on that pad. It's clearly had a mat in it. Yeah, wonderful. 23,995. I put sort of 300 miles on it yesterday driving it home. Again, full video of the interior on the channel in a full video. Let's take a look under this engine bay then. You will see how lovely, bright and shiny these headlights are. Absolutely fantastic, these headlights. And the engine has been really well looked after. Apart from cleaning things such as this washer bottle top and this, it wants for nothing. It's had a new battery at some point in its life. But yeah, wonderful. Looking under here, you can see this lovely grease on here. That is original grease from when it were left the factory. You're never going to take that off because you're never going to get it back. But yeah, wonderful, a wonderful thing. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll shut the bonnet, we'll have a wander around the car, and that'll be the end of this video. Well, Sod's Law says it's just started to rain, so I will keep this short and sweet, this little outro. As you can see, the car really is in fantastic condition. It really is an absolute time warp and a survivor. I've been and had a look in my other Micra that's in similar condition. In fact, it's not as good as this, and it's covered less miles, to see what sort of accessories and bits and pieces I've got on there that I can potentially repurpose for this car. I've got some floor mats, brilliant. I've got some headlight protectors, excellent. I've even got some mud flaps. I'm toying with not putting them on, however, because that will potentially mark the paint. As I say, real quick walk around of this car. Just to give you I don't know, a 10-minute video as opposed to a 40-minute video. It's not perfect. It does need a good old scrub, as in the paintwork needs a good old decontamination and detail. You wouldn't have thought it, but it's not up to my standards as of yet. And then it is show ready. It really is. I will get that sorted in the next sort of, I don't know, few days. If you've enjoyed the video, go ahead and watch the long one when you can. But if you have, drop me a like if you haven't already done so. Please like the video. I don't want to be that person that says, please like, please subscribe, even though I am. But if you do like it, it helps other people find the video. Let me know, what would you do with the car? Would you keep it? Would you use it? Would you put it in a bubble? Or does it actually belong in some sort of museum? Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Until next time, have a great day, whatever you're getting up to. I'm going to enjoy my cup of tea that Mrs. John Coupland's made me now and finish doing the gardening, which is what I'm meant to be doing, as opposed to playing with cars. Have a great day. Take care. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.